It's lovingly called the bubble. People will call camp the bubble because it is a safe space for them to be that is so different from the outside world, where they just get to be a kid and don't have to worry about everything else.
Camp Susan Curtis is the only camp that exclusively serves Maine youth who come from low-income households, and they're able to attend tuition-free with no cost to their family. We want to make sure that camp is accessible for everyone and that there are no barriers to kids being able to attend camp.
The thing that makes Camp Susan Curtis special is it's a Maine camp for Maine kids.
Camp began because there was a vision and there was an understanding that children in Maine were not experiencing a Maine summer in the same way that kids from out of state were. Those kids from out of state were coming in and having these amazing camp experiences right in the backyards of Maine kids who weren't having the same experiences because they couldn't afford it. That vision is what brought Camp Susan Curtis forward and keeps us moving for the next 50 years.
My name is Catrina Wilson, and I was a camper here at Camp Susan Curtis from 2011 to 2019. I think my story is not too far off from what a lot of campers experience. My father passed away when I was 12, and prior to that, there's a lot of hard times. There's a lot of poverty in Maine, and oftentimes where there's poverty, there is hunger. And that's something I was definitely dealing with when I came to camp. Here at camp, we would have full meals, and they left you feeling satiated and full and good. You know, having 3 meals a day here and structure. And at first it can be an adjustment, but it's also really nice.
That's what helps kids to thrive here, knowing what comes next and not being worried about how much food you're going to have in front of you, if you're going to have food in front of you. We tell our kitchen staff, our awesome kitchen staff, to just keep cooking. If that means that a kid eats 5 pancakes the first morning that they're here, then they eat 5 pancakes.
Like many kids here, I had some health issues growing up. And I still had to go to school, and I remember thinking that I wanted to just cover my face with a bag because I was just so, ashamed. But you don't have to hide at camp. And that's the nice thing. Everybody gets it. Every kid that's there, you don't have to explain yourself. And that's really special. Really special. Oh my gosh, look at those pictures. Yes.
Are you in one of these?
Yeah, oh, I'm in all of these.
Probably all of them.
That's me right there.
Oh my God, you're so cute.
It was so awesome. It's where I started to really enjoy hiking, and now it's a huge part of who I am, so I love it.
That's awesome.
I think every camper has that one person that changed everything for them. And for me, that was Evan and Lucy. They opened up a whole new horizon for me. They would just bring us to the top of those mountains and say, you can do it. And there are not many people in these children's lives who are saying that. I mean, there's just such a stigma that if you're born in poverty, that it stays there. And camp may be the first time some people hear you can be whoever you want to be. When you're living day to day on survival, thinking about the future is just not on your mind. It's not. I mean, if you're literally thinking about what you're gonna have for dinner, you're not thinking about applying for college. So you just need that one person to believe in you, and then it becomes a real possibility.
We know how instrumental college can be in helping our campers expand their horizons. And that's why we take our older campers on a series of campus tours and introduce them to a host of scholarship opportunities that can help make college a reality. I love it when we take kids on college trips and they come back and they'll say, I didn't even know I could go to college. Then they start applying for the scholarships that we work with and doing all of that. And it's life-changing.
When I graduated college, and I was very grateful to have a degree. I started as a chemical engineer, but I'm working in this job and it's nothing like camp. I'm not up and going. I'm not doing something really fulfilling. And I knew that I couldn't do this forever. So I decided that I need to do something that really matters to me. So I'm starting from scratch. Not really from scratch, because I have a lot to build off of. I have that resilience that camp taught me to be proud of, and that it's okay. You're walking down a path to decide you want to pave a whole new one. So I'm building a cafe, and I want to feed the community. It's a farm-to-table situation, so I'm growing the food myself. My dream is that some of the profits could maybe go to camp one day, and I could help someone else the way someone helped me once.
It doesn't surprise me in the least bit. I think it's going to be awesome. You need the protective bubble to grow. That's what camp provides. And it's an important piece of what we do because you've got to be protected. Because you're not outside of it for so long, living in trauma, living in poverty. Come in, be protected, learn who you really are, be able to experience those things, and then you can take them outside the bubble and feel confident and feel resilient and do these awesome things that you're about to do. So I don't know if you remember that, but it's been hanging in my window ever since you gave it to me. Because the one thing that you said was that Camp Susan Curtis was represented by that dream catcher, because when you're here, it keeps the bad dreams out. So that will forever hang in my window as a constant reminder of what camp means to our kids.
I am just one of so many that have come through and are going to come through here. For me, I had that one person, and there are so many. That one person that will change that one person's lives, and then it's a ripple effect. And that's why it matters that we keep doing this. It's not just what has already happened, but all of the children who are here right now, who are going to be here. That's what we're doing it for. We're doing it for them.